Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Adam Bilsing and this is Dirty Bandana Music. And today we're going to start a series of videos on a very popular topic amongst drummers of all levels of expertise, polyrhythms. Okay, so let's start with the basics. The big question on everybody's mind. What is a polyrhythm? It's a pretty fancy sounding word for a very basic concept. Essentially, poly, the prefix poly, means more than one. So what we're talking about here is the concept of more than one rhythm happening at a time. That's what polyrhythms are all about. So this can be ever more complex depending on how far we dive in, but the basics of the concept are pretty simple. What it means is you're playing one rhythm, usually with one limb, while playing another rhythm with another limb, all happening at the same time. So this is already occurring in some of your very basic, very first drum beats that you'll ever learn. So as an example, let's start off with a fairly simple beat. We're gonna do 4 on the floor, 8th notes on the hi-hat, backbeats on the snare drum, like this. Now that's a groove that probably everybody knows. What you may not have known is that there are polyrhythms in that groove. The easiest one to explain is the 8th notes on the hi-hat with the quarter notes on the kick drum. And this is what you would call a 2/1 or a 1/2 polyrhythm, because we're playing 2 notes in the hi-hat to every 1 note in the kick drum. So let's isolate those 2 parts so you can see what I'm talking about. So that is technically a polyrhythm. This is going to be one of the most basic and essential polyrhythms that you'll ever learn, and people are probably not going to refer to that as a polyrhythm, even though it is. So along those same lines, you've got 2/1 when you're playing 8th notes. Now, if you were to move that into a triplet style groove, like a 12/8 or a church field, depending on what you're used to calling it, that groove also has a polyrhythm in it. It's 3/1, 3 in the hi-hat to 1 in the kick drum. So that would be a 3/1 polyrhythm. And then the last one that you're probably already familiar with and don't even know it would be a 4/1 polyrhythm. So if we take that same groove, but we put 16th notes in the hi-hat, that also includes a polyrhythm. And you may have guessed it, it's 4/1, because there will be 4 hits that happen in the hi-hat for every 1 hit that happens in the kick drum. So that is the basics of polyrhythms. And essentially you already know some of them probably without even realizing it. So stay tuned to this series. The next video we're gonna do is going to explore 3/2 and 3/4 polyrhythms, which are a little more esoteric, but still pretty easy to wrap our heads around. And after that, we're gonna move into 5s, which will tie everything into all the rest of the fun stuff I've been doing on this channel that's centered on quintuplets. So stay tuned, like and subscribe, click all the buttons. You can also follow me over on Instagram @DirtyBandana, and you can catch all the details for everything that I'm up to on my website at dirtybandana.com. That's it for now. We'll see y'all next time.